Hey, this is Jamie. What I'd like to do today is show you how to set up a webinar if you've got little to no experience. I'm going to show you the step-by-steps. I'm also going to share a whole lot of hindsight with you that I've learned from the past few years of putting webinars together to really make your decision and your path ahead a lot easier than it would be without my help. I'm also going to throw in actually how to do a teleseminar as well. So what I'm going to show you, the one tool that I'm going to show you, will be able to do webinars and teleseminars in this session today. Hopefully that sounds good. Myself, I'm Jamie. You can find out more by visiting jamiemckeen.com, and I record videos like this to help get ahead faster in the fasttrack.jamiemckeen.com. That's for you for later. Okay, so overview about webinars. What do I need and how do I do it? Hopefully that's easy enough. What do I need and how do I do it? Two pieces to that. So what do I need? This is a list here from a perspective of checklist. The first thing, of course, you need is great content. So you're going to need that for whether it's a webinar or a teleseminar. A computer and a headset. You're going to need that for webinar and teleseminar. Okay, you can do without a headset if you're just going to do teleseminars. You can just use the phone, but strongly recommend that you invest in quite a nice headset. And when I say nice headset, pay a little bit, and you're talking about probably $100 or just over $100 for a nice quality headset. I've got a headset on at the moment when I'm talking to you. The headset I've got is a really comfortable one. I can leave it on for a number of hours if needs be. And the quality of the audio hopefully is coming across great. So if you have a headset with a microphone on it, then you're going to be able to do webinars really comfortably. And also, if you're like me, when you deliver webinars or teleseminars, you'll walk around your office, so make sure your cable's long enough. Many a time I've been jerked back when I've got excited. So when you're looking at a headset, just get a cable which is a couple of meters, if not longer. You're going to need either Microsoft PowerPoint, or if you've got a Mac Keynote, you can use, of course, PowerPoint on a Mac as well, but you're going to want that, especially for a webinar, to show slides. You don't need it for teleseminar. You're really just talking to people. You're going to want an existing list of people, prospects, that you're going to invite to your webinar or teleseminar, or a way to get a list through joint venture. A way to communicate to the list, so how are you going to tell them about the event? So i.e. email. And then you're going to need either a webinar system or a teleseminar system. And I'm actually going to show you one option today that's going to do it all for you. Okay, so they're the main things that you need. Okay, you don't need to get hugely over the top with things here. And I'm not going to teach you how to get a list today. I'm not going to teach you how to use Microsoft PowerPoint or Keynote. I'm going to teach you today how to use the one system that's going to allow you to deliver a webinar and teleseminar. And which one do you choose? Okay, I've talked about one that I'm going to show you, but there are a big list of considerations. And I want to show you the list to show you everything that I've gone through. And this is the hindsight that you don't need to go through. But I'm going to show you what that list is, and I don't want you to get stressed when I share this list with you because it's a big list. Okay, I just want you to let it wash over you. I'm going to show you the list, and then I'm also going to show you the top 2 products that can deliver that list and the considerations I've gone through. You'll be able to download these, by the way. I'm going to make this available as a PDF that you can download afterwards so you can see the list in front of you. So don't worry about making notes. At this point, just look at the list and let it wash over you. Okay, you ready for the big list? Right. So the list is: how often will you deliver a webinar? How many people will attend? Will you record it for future use? Will other people join you to deliver content? Will you be on the same computer every time? Will you need to install software, or will it be web-based? Will you need to show a live screen, or will it just be slides? I'm going to be showing you how to do the just slides option. Okay, it's not very often you need to do a live screen, so you want to try and stick with just slides as you're getting started here. Do you want other people to use a computer and a telephone? Depends on your target market. Will they be on a telephone or on a computer when they're listening to you or interacting with you? Do you have people from different countries joining you? How big is your budget? How much time do you have? Some of these take a lot longer than others to do, depending on what options you're choosing here. Do you need to integrate to other systems, website, email, marketing, etc.? Do you want to have replays that appear live? Almost trick people into thinking that it's a live webinar. You can do that. And are you using Windows or a Mac? Apple Mac or MS Windows? Microsoft Windows? And by the way, that's not the exhaustive list, but it's a pretty big list. And that's what I've gone through today to be able to really tick off and try and give you something that should meet pretty much all of your needs to get going with a webinar or teleseminar. Yeah, enough questions already? And there are easily 10, 15, if not more, options out there in the market that you could spend hours trawling through to try and get going with this. Okay, but I'm going to make it easy for you. I'm going to show you the short list of 2, and then I'm going to show you one of them. So 2 choices. One system can do almost all of that, and the second one is a mix of 3 to 4 systems that do the same thing. Those 2 choices is number 1, Instant Teleseminar, or number 2, GoToMeeting and other tools. So 2 choices, Instant Teleseminar or GoToMeeting plus other tools. I used GoToMeeting for at least a year, and then as my needs advanced more and more, I discovered Instant Teleseminar and realized how much easier it was. And there's pros and cons between both, but if you were to put them side by side, again, you don't need to worry about this table in front of you, it's in the download. But GoToWebinar, there's the pieces where you need extra software. An Instant Teleseminar, it's just for when you show a live screen. It can't do that, but it does everything else. And if you're looking at the price difference, even if you have small numbers, let's say 5, 10 or 15 people a month coming into a webinar, I would still go with Instant Teleseminar, and it's only $18 difference. Okay, for your needs. There is an actual cheaper version of Instant Teleseminar at the moment, and these prices are as at the time I've recorded this. The price difference is pretty much the same. I'm going to say go with Instant Teleseminar, because you either have for webinars Instant Teleseminar or all of those tools, and all of those tools then allow you to record it, play it again in the future, etc., etc., which is GoToWebinar, screen recording software for a Mac, an Amazon account or some other way of storing it, your own website, Skype credits, Teleseminar or GoToTraining. They're all different tools that I've used in the past, which I replaced all of those tools with Instant Teleseminar. I don't work for Instant Teleseminar, by the way. They don't pay me. I'm just telling you what has worked the best for me. For teleseminars as well, Instant Teleseminar or GoToWebinar are the options. Again, just with a smaller number of tools there. But we can do both webinars and teleseminars with just one tool. So to cut a long story short, introducing to you Instant Teleseminar. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you on my screen Instant Teleseminar. I'm going to show you how I use it, and then you can actually follow at your office or at home these steps with me to be able to set up a webinar yourself. So by the end of this session you would have set up your own webinar. All you need to do, there'll be a link underneath this video, so just click the link which says link to Instant Teleseminar. Click on that link, and then it's going to open for you the Instant Teleseminar page. So I'm going to flick to that now. So here is Instant Teleseminar. This is what it should look like on your screen. You can have a look if you want about the product tour, plans and prices and why. But I'm telling you, if you want to get started as quickly as possible and as effectively as possible, just go with this one. there is a 21 no risk $1 trial. So all you need to do is click on the 21-day trial, and it will take you to this page, and it will say, okay, $1 trial for all accounts, and you choose. And see, I told you there was a cheaper one, so $47 a month, 20 phone lines, unlimited events, 100 web attendees. The reason why I like the 67 one, and this is the one I use for my business: unlimited events, 100 phone lines, 500 attendees, and also local dial-in numbers for the US, Canada, UK, and Australia. So that means people can be on the phone, okay, wherever they are in those 4 countries, to give even more power and more accessibility to likely a good portion of your target market. And also you have autopilots in the 67 a month, okay, built into here. So you click sign up to here, it will take you now to a sign up page. You put in your details here, your name, your details, you put in your credit card, okay, this will bill you for the $1 trial, agree with terms of service, and then create my account. Okay, if you want to do that now, just press pause on this video and do that, and then unpause when you're done. Okay, great. I'm assuming you are either staying with me or you've done it and you've paused me already, so you've already logged in. So now if you log in, if I actually go back to Instant Teleseminar, and if I go to login, I'll log in as my own credentials, and in here comes my account, and it goes into members, and you can see here a list of my sessions here, my events. You don't have to worry about that. All you need to do is click the add new event button. Okay, before we do, let me just flick back. I actually do have a structure to this presentation, so just bear with me a second. I flick back to my presentation, and let's go behind the scenes, and I'm going to take you through steps. I'm going to show you how to register. Well, we've just gone through the register in the webinar software. I'm going to show you how to set up an event. I'm going to show you how to upload your slides. I'm going to show you how to practice a bit, aka also known as try and break it. I'm going to show you how you should run a test, invite some friends, download the checklist for the event, and then follow the checklist and deliver the event. Okay, so they're the 7 steps I'm going to show you how to do quickly now, so you're going to be able to know how to run your own webinar. So step 1, register in webinar software. We've just done that, and as we can see, we're now logged in here. Okay, good, done. Step 2, set up an event. Let's do that, shall we? So set up an event. We don't need to go down the menu down the side yet. Okay, don't worry about this yet. Let's just stay in the middle. Add new event. Let's click the button add new event, and up it comes, and it says event name. So type in the name here. You can put test event for my friends. Event date. Now this date here, you've got different time zones, so you pick your time zone. Okay, but I'm going to be based on GMT, so I click on the calendar box and up comes a calendar. I pick what day I want. Let's just pick that, and I'll leave it as 10 PM GMT, which New Zealand time is 10 in the morning for me the next day. So it says official start time Tuesday, April 10th at 10 PM, which is what we've just set. Select the duration, and it says important, always add at least 30 minutes to your estimated event duration. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see this. Always add at least 30 minutes to your estimated event. If you go past time, your live webcast will end. So if it's a 60-minuter, then just make it 90 minutes. Okay, how long do you want it to be for? Marathon 4 hours. 60 minutes is standard, so if it's going to be an hour, set it as 90 minutes. Follow the guide here. Webcast system dial-in number. You've got 2 choices. go guest mode, it actually tells you here, select guest mode for most calls. Okay, I always select guest mode. You don't need to do anything different. Select guest mode. If you want to learn more, click the phone book. Click here if this event will require additional capacity. Okay, so if you're on the basic plan, you'll have 15. On the next plan was 100. So if you do that, it'll likely then ask you to pay a little bit more, or someone will be in touch with you. You now get the choice here. Select listening method. Do you want phone, including Skype plus Webcast? So what that means is people can phone in. People can connect using Skype directly, so they don't need to pay any money through Skype. And also they can watch you through a web page. So 3 different ways to do it. And by the way, always leave that one marked. Unless you learn otherwise, just leave that one marked. Gives you more options. Publishing method, you've got different templates. Again, you can click on this to see what these look like. If I click on this, up it comes. And it gives you these backgrounds to look all snazzy. Okay. Do you want this to be share this to share on Facebook and Twitter? Yes or no? So if it's a public event and you want people to tell other people about it, then it'll be yes. If it's a private event just to invites only, then it's no. And if you've noticed here, most of the settings I've left as standard. Will this event use slides? Yes or no? I'm going to say yes. Do you want a chat room? If you want a chat room, yes, but otherwise no. You can get them to ask questions on the phone. Require an email address on question submission form. So if people ask questions, do you want them to give you an email so that you can get back to them afterwards if possible? Probably yes. And do you want it public or private? And if you put private, you can put a password on it as well. And it's just easier if you leave it public for now, unless you want to lock it down. And again, the more comfortable you get with the system, the more you can change it. Okay, so that's the settings. That is it for the new event. And I click next. Just wait for it to work. Congratulations, your event is ready. And it says, tell your attendees this. And you copy and paste that, and you can email it to your attendees. And if you have any co-hosts who are going to be doing presenting with you, presentations, or they're going to do any of the administration in the back end, then you give them this information. And if you can see, this number here is the code that your guests will dial in, and this number here is for the administration number. So you don't share this, and it says co-hosts only, so only share this with your co-host and share this with everyone else. Okay? And a courtesy email has been emailed to me in my inbox with all the information. That's it. We have just set up an event. That's how easy it was to set up an event in Instant Teleseminar. Let's go back to our checklist. So we wanted to set up an event. Now we want to upload our slides. So we want to be able to present slides on our webinar. So guess what? I'm going to look at the menu and look at there's one called My Slides. Okay, I'm going to go there then. And important, the presentation upload system now requires PDF format. PowerPoint users, to create a PDF, first open your PowerPoint presentation, then go to File, Save as PDF. Mac Keynote users, go to File, Export, PDF, Slides. That's how you get a PDF from your PowerPoint or from your Keynote. It tells you here how to do it. And then you click the Upload button. I'd like to upload a presentation. And it tells you here what you need to do. But by the way, every time I've exported a Keynote or a PowerPoint, I've just uploaded it straight away. So I'll call it something here. So test presentation slides. So you need to give it a name so you can find this. And choose a PDF file. So I want to click Browse to find it on my computer. So I'll click Browse. And I will go and find a PDF in here. So Book Yourself Solid, some slide decks, and there's some slides. Okay. And I'm going to put this one in here. And I'm going to click Upload. And it'll upload. And it tells me how long it's remaining. So while that's uploaded in the background now, and it tells you as well, PDF upload success tips here, make sure it's not password protected, not corrupt, etc. I've not needed to use any of this because all I've done is done export and then uploaded straight away. So now we are uploading our PDF of our slides. So let's go back to our checklist. Yep, we're doing that. So practice a bit. Okay, aka try and break it. What this should say is play in the control panel. So let's have a play in the control panel. Let's go back to our event, my events, and there's the test event for my friends that I just set up. And if I click on this now, up comes, this is the admin page. You can see it's got a countdown. This event starts in 14 days, 19 hours. And here's the link for your guests. So if I open this in another window, this is what it looks like. Let's have a look at this. Event starts in see, there's the same countdown. That's where people can ask questions for you. Here's the welcome, here's how they listen in, this is how they see the slides, and this is how they ask a question. So that's what your users see. Okay? And then when the slides start, this page is replaced with slides. If you want to change any of these settings, they're all here. So you can work your way through all of these one at a time. You don't need to change anything, by the way. You can deliver a webinar right now as it stands. If you want to publish anything, there's some examples here. Control panel used during live event, and I'll go into this in a second. And after your event, you can get the recordings, and you can even get them to transcribe your recordings for you. There's a small charge to that, but they will transcribe it for you and then basically create you a report or a transcription that you can give away to your clients or prospects as another value add. And also you can cancel it if you get it wrong. Cancel this event down here. Okay, how am I going so far? Is this all making sense? Remember, any stage here, if I seem to be going too quick, just press pause. Press pause, follow what I've just clicked, have a look around, and then unpause me again. Best way to learn as you go and with myself guiding you through. So if I click on Control Panel to have a play around, even this is a play around, and you can press any buttons in here. Any buttons at all I could click on. And again, you know, you'll recognize this from a subsection of what we set up at the beginning. But at any time, you can go back to event management, you can press back on your browser, okay, to have a play around. It's really, really hard to break. I've actually not been able to break Instant Teleseminar yet, and I'm usually very good at breaking things. I've not been able to break this yet. So let's go to Control Panel. Let's have a look at Control Panel. Now in Control Panel, because there's no conference members, this one's grayed out, but you would actually have choices in here, interactive or lecture, and then people can press *2 to raise hands. See, it tells you here, and *7 to talk because all guests are muted. It tells you, and you can just choose any one of these. And also I can put all guests on hold. I can lower all hands. And this is the dashboard. This is the control center. When you've got lots of callers coming, even 2 or 3 callers, you'll see them here. You'll see people's names if they're on Skype. You'll see which city they're in. So if you're ever on a webinar or teleseminar and you hear people say, "Hey, welcome Jamie, nice to see you," or "Hey, you're from sunny Florida or Tampa Bay," it's because they can see it in here. There's an option here that you can dial out. Okay, you're not going to use this in a hurry, so don't worry about this one. The settings of the call, don't worry about this one. I've not used this myself. Webcast, this tells you how many people are actually watching it on the webcast. And you'll press refresh during your call to see how many people are on the webcast. Recordings, this is where you're going to want to go. And you go into, there'll be a record button appear here 15 minutes before the start time. And you're going to want to press record. Okay, that's in the checklist, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Question and answers. You can choose which option is best for you if you've got someone helping you or if you're going to do it yourself. You'd click See All Questions. Slides. Now this is where we load our slides in. So you say, which slides would you like? And up it comes. Which presentation would you like? Okay. And let's say I'll do test with Jamie. And up it comes. So here, this is a slide deck with 3 slides in it. And see, if I hover over the slide, it gives me that orange button, that orange box in front of you, is a preview. So you can see it, but no one else can. And they can only see it when you click on it. That's how you move between slides. Okay, David Mack's one of my partners in one of my businesses. And if I wanted to change the slide deck, I can click on Slides again. Okay, and down here it says Change Presentation. I can also move through the slides with these arrows if I wanted, like this. You can click this little pencil as well to draw pictures. And then click Clear. Or Change Presentation, and up comes this menu again to pick which presentation I want. And this is all from where I uploaded the slides before in this presentation. If you have a chat box going, then here's the chat. And I didn't activate it, so it tells me. Thank you. Audio, that's the background music that you can play at the start of an event, so you don't really need it. And instructions. Here's the instructions. If you're ever not sure, or you ever want to copy and paste this to send out to people, here's the full instructions while you're on the call. Okay, it's all in here. It's all designed to be really easy. And most of the time when I deliver a webinar or a teleseminar, I'm on this page, who's on the phone, and if I'm delivering slides, then I'm on the slides page. And I'm just working through the slides as I talk. Okay? That's how easy it is to just play around. And remember, this is all about playing. So I'm not aiming to overwhelm you here. I'm just trying to show you all the different things you can click on to play. So that was us practicing a bit, playing. And you want to play just to get comfortable with it so you're not testing it live. Step 5, run a test. Set one up. Set up an event, send it to your friends, and run it, even if it's a 10-minute event. Can you see the slides? Can you connect via Skype? Etc., etc. Did you dial in okay? That's number 5. Number 6, download the checklist for the event. Okay. Now in help and support here, from memory, help and support, they have a whole support section. Okay? And it says here, getting started guide, host checklist for live events. PDF, they also have a webinar of how to do it. So if I open that, this will load. Click here to download the host checklist for live events. So here is the checklist. Live event checklist. 15 minutes before the event time, log in and click on phone control. Dial in with the host dial-in instructions. Choose the conference mode, step by step. It's on one page, you print it out, and you work through and tick it. 10, 5 and 2 minutes on hold and say, hi, this is Jamie. This is what you do, by the way. Hi, this is Jamie. We'll be getting started in a minute, so just get yourselves ready with a pen and paper. So that's what you do in the brief announcement. The event start, on hold all the guests, tick. Start the recording by clicking on the recordings. Play intro music if you want. I never have actually, yet. And begin your conference by using your slides. During the session, monitor the questions in the Q&A. Monitor the raised hands, which is who's on the phone tab. Monitor the webcast timer and add more time as necessary, which is it. See, it tells you. It just walks you through and says which button to click. If you remember, here's the button. So it's saying here, Webcast. Click on the Webcast button. And there's the Webcast button. Click on the Q&A button. Click on the Q&A button. So it tells you here what to do. And at the end of the event, optional play the outro. You should have a play with the audio music. It's just quite funny. You feel like you're back in the 70s. I'm not going to sing it. I almost want to sing it, but I'm not going to. End the webcast. So you go to the Webcast tab, and there's a button that says End Webcast. And then if you want, you can place all the guests on hold who's on the phone, or you can drop all callers. Okay. And then you would have just delivered a webcast. Again, this is how to get to here. If you remember, I just went to help and support. I clicked on this. It opened up the support page. Host checklist for live events here. I clicked on that. And it says click here for the host checklist for live events. And you get the PDF. And then you download the PDF. Okay, there is the PDF. And you download this and you print it. Or even just print it from downloading. And then have it next to you when you're running your webinars. So that was download the checklist. And step number 7 was follow the checklist and deliver the event. Hopefully now, however many minutes we've been going, you're now comfortable on how to deliver a webinar. Or it'll at least be demystified. And you now can just log in and have a play, set up an event, email it to people, and have a go. So just to finish, congratulations. You are now certified by me to run a webinar, but I'm not going to send you a certificate in the post. You're going to be able to do this yourself now. And it's just taken all the guesswork away of how do I get started, which system do I use, how do I get my slides on the screen. And you've even got a checklist now that you can follow step by step, click by click, to do it yourself. So now you can go and share your skills and talents with larger audiences. So this has been Jamie from jamiemckeen.com. Hopefully it's been hugely useful. And we'll be having a Q&A session soon, so bring your questions to that, and I look forward to helping out. All right, bye for now.